Okay, sorry, I had to pause the video. So let's get back into it. So I'm pretty sure we started off with Steve. So what's coming through for Steve is that even though he may be hiding, even though like he's trying to show like the better side and ask how your day is and, you know, keep it not so sexual, I feel like he's hiding his intentions. He's got quite a dark side to him, and it's showing that there's patterns, or there's something that he's still chained to. Let me see what Paul's energy is. Can we see Paul's energy or intentions? Paul's energy and intentions. Okay, healing in a child. Paul's intentions. Paul's intentions. He's a bit more mysterious. So I feel like the reason that he talks more about the, you know, the sexual side of things is because he hasn't really done healing. I feel like that's the only way that he feels like he can connect with others for some reason. So he uses that as a tool to try to keep the connection open. He's not really wanting to say much. Give me another one, please. Give me another one about Paul and his intentions. He's very jumpy. See, family, home, commitment, reflection, and projections. So again, that absolutely correlates exactly with what I was saying and feeling. So I feel like that, like I said, he's quite wounded. And deep down, his inner child is really calling out for commitment, home, and family. But because he's not healed, it's like a broken mirror sort of thing. Like he wants to, you can see here there's two mirrors, and this one has, you know, the kid in it, and then this one's broken. So it's like he's kind of a bit broken as an adult because he hasn't done the healing. But in regards to like underlying intentions, I'd just be weary of Steve. Even though he might be saying the right things, it's not renewal and spark in reverse. I don't feel like that, you know, that came out pretty quickly for his energy too. And it was, you know, like two cards that that really like you know, like go together. And like I said, you can just see the polar opposites in the cards here, like that. Paul could be a great match for you. He just needs to do the healing. I just don't know if he's going to, because he's quite broken. And again, I feel like that's why he uses sex as a I don't know, he thinks it's some type of, I get really confused when I'm sitting in his mind. He's very, it's like he's so he'll think of something, and before he's even finished thinking that through properly, there's already something else coming through in my mind. So I don't know if he's like easily fucking distracted or something. Give me a look, hang on a second. Okay, give me another card for Steve. Fuck, I don't want to take all three, but alright. Never jam today. Yeah, promises that never come to be. Empty words. Not living in the now. Exactly. So that's exactly what I just said before, is that there was something about the, like, you know, you can say words, you can say anything you want, but it doesn't seem like there's any substance behind it. Like I said, he could be just trying to say what you want to hear, which is why he's keeping it very, you know, oh, how's your day been? Getting to know the new you. Setting your sovereignty, declaring freedom, passing a test. So I feel like he could be just testing you as well. Repetition. So it's saying here that This is a cycle that he could, you know, be repeating. Give me some for Paul. Shine bright like a candle, you'll make it through this. So again, if you see that, that it's a very like sad looking card. So I feel like underneath, like I said, this, he hasn't done this yet. And that's the blockage there. It's a really big one too. Give me one more for Paul. Yeah, look at both of them coming out. Inspiration, creative spark, imagination, conception. So it's like his mind can't conceive the idea of love or something that you know, that he can have he could possibly have a family of his own. What's on the bottom for you? So curious and curious, discovery, inquiry, weirdness, curiosity. So obviously, you know, that's why you're wanting a reading about it, because you're curious about what's going on with both of these energies. I mean, like I said, I don't really need to tell you because you're a reader yourself, but obviously, you know, nothing's set in stone, and, you know, don't take, you know, readings as gospel. But from what this is saying, I would definitely back off from Steve, because again, it's just saying here that it's words, and there's a lot of toxicity underneath that. He hasn't done any shadow work. And even that card looks very sneaky, doesn't it? Like, it just looks deceptive. But I mean, and then, you know, on the other side here, like, you know, this seems like the more genuine, you know, the genuine energy, even though there's issues there. Yeah, that seems like that's the genuine energy. I'm not sure what is going to help him be able to heal. Hang on a sec. Give me another card for Paul. That's going to help him move forward. Is there anything that's going to help him move forward in here? The Five of Fire, competing goals, bothersome details, conflict with others. Yeah, so again, so because his, you know, because he hasn't healed, but he's still like, it's like he hasn't healed, but he's still craving, you know, like this connection. It's a conflict. It becomes a conflict every time, because it's like, you know, like it's like he's competing with himself over something. Honor your commitments. Loyal, dedicated, honorable, kind. So again, you can see here that, you know, the energies are quite polar opposite. It does show that, you know, that he is, you know, he does, you know, have a good heart, but unfortunately, there's just, you can have a good heart, but if you haven't done the healing, then it's not going to. Yeah, the Empress. So and that's, you know, you. And the only reason he would be worthy of that is if he was to do that work. But at the same time, he's not giving you that false hope either. Yeah, he could be you know, he can be very generous, professional, responsible, and practical. Yeah, contentment, peace, and abundance, happy home life, the successful completion of a project. So I feel like so it's definitely, like I said, you know, it's kind of, this energy over here is just kind of just sitting there on the side. I'm not really paying much attention to it. But this energy here, this one obviously has the potential. But I feel like it's going to take quite a lot of work. So I think you need to weigh up the options, like your pros and cons, and see if you feel like it could be worth investing time into that. because I do feel like that he could have the potential to hurt you as well, but that's because we know that, you know, like unhealed people, they do that. Give me some general advice for Nicole. That's too easy. Does one of them wear like a fucking ring on? Does one of them like wear a ring and they play with it? Because I can see somebody playing with like a ring on their finger or something. One of them could have like a... be like neurodivergent in some sort of way. Okay, what do we have? Yeah, the moon. So that's all about, you know, listening to your intuition, and like, you know, paying attention to the signs. I feel like over the next like maybe like 2 weeks, maybe 2 to 3 weeks maximum, something will be revealed, something will be said, and that's gonna change course. It's gonna make you change course, or it's gonna throw up a massive red flag for you. So listen to your intuition. Don't put on those rose tinted glasses. See shit for what it is. Intelligent, impartial, respected, receiving wise advice. So just remain like objective and like fair-minded about it, and just communicate clearly. Yeah, unemotional relationships or being emotionally unavailable. So it's showing there that I think, you know, both are emotionally unavailable, and this is the type of energy that you're wanting here on the bottom of the deck. So this is, you know, like inspiring and ambitious, you know, a leadership role, someone who can like see the bigger picture, and someone who's not like too sensitive to like criticism. I'm feeling a little bit annoyed for some reason. I don't know if that's your energy. But yeah, look at that femininity, the Empress coming out straight away. So I'm not sure if something's been said in here has maybe annoyed you a little bit. But again, this energy here doesn't deserve to be given to everyone. So unless, and I just looked up, it was 1322. So, you know, when I do that, go look up 1322 because there'll be a hidden message there. But unless somebody can step up, it's just the same thing. Yeah, look, happiness, the Six of Cups, and then harmony. So again, so until somebody worthy comes or is willing to step up, then that's kind of like that's like kind of like what's being held back. And it's not, you know, it's not because of anything that you're doing wrong. It's because your energy is like this, that nobody is allowed to come into it or take it if they're not worthy. Okay, so yeah, the Four of Swords, truce. So just sit with yourself for a little bit and just I kind of feel like I said, you know, like that you kind of know this, you know this already anyway. You just need that little bit of confirmation, and yeah, I hope that confirmed it for you. If you have any questions, let me know. Bye, darling.